Hey, what's up guys? This is PokerXpress, and we are back with another episode of Poker Hands. Before getting into it, I would like to ask you guys to hit the like button and subscribe if you enjoy our videos. Let's jump straight into the action.
I wonder if Peter picked up on anything from Leon there. He looked... Ooh, wow, there's an action flop if I saw one.
Oh boy.
Straight flush draw for Peter. Overpair, backdoor flush for Leon.
This could be a big one, folks. Leon decides to check back. Perhaps robbing us of a chance at a big pot. Peter still with a pile of outs here is going to lead the turn. Leon not going anywhere with the aces. Looks like he's raising. Peter going to re-raise. Okay, we are getting that big pot that we wanted just a little bit later. Leon will quickly call with the aces here. We'll go to the river. Peter has a lot of outs. He does not hit. And this may be a card he tries to bluff. We'll see. Oh boy, looks like he is going to try to bluff, and this is not going to end up well for him.
The only possible hand he could have would have been the 10 king of clubs. Sorry, jack king of clubs instead of the jack 9, but Leon is a non-believer.
Leon immediately shoving, not worried at all about the king.
Pretty make it 5.5 against R10. Looks like he's going a little lower. 46. I expect R10 will call this.
One cup.
And 9, so way better, sorry, than his usual hands.
4 cup. Thanks.
R10 checking him out. And he does call. So, heads up to the flop. R10, 10 other clubs. Stefan, ace, king of spades. And what a flop it is. King, queen, queen, 2 clubs, Marcel. R10, gut shot, straight flush draw. Stefan, top pair, top kicker.
Yes.
Albeit on a paired board.
Oh, don't forget, it's a good board, but it's a scary one for ace-king as well, because he might not be good with his hand as it is. He might be up against ace-queen.
And you see the pot size there. It's slightly wrong because the 3-bet was the 4.6, not 2.6. So the pot is 11 million. Stefan having 18 back. He decides to trap with his king. And disaster strikes on the turn. R10 turns a flush.
Wow.
R10 will lead here.
What a wonderful world it can be.
R10 further enjoying himself at this feature table. Just a casual flush.
I don't think Stefan will go crazy when R10 starts to bet.
Oh, well. Luckily for him, R10 has checked. So I don't think Stefan was folding at any point.
No, he might start to bet it out now.
Yeah.
He has to protect his hand.
Stefan bet here and get some chips in the pot, such as strong holding. And he does bet 4.8.
2,800,000.
4 million.
Oh, 4 million.
Bit of a tell there from R10. It's 4 million. With his flush. R10, I expect will call here. A lot of acting.
The Hollywood, he knows he's not going to fold that hand.
Call most likely, and then check the river over to Stefan, who will, I imagine, value bet this river as long as it's not another club.
I don't know if a blank comes if he should check it, because it's going to pay off when he have a better hand, so he might as well bet into it.
Well, I think Stefan will look to value bet a blank river. Well, It's kind of a blank. There aren't many straights Artan can have. Of course, we see he does improve to a straight with his flush. Stefan will consider that a blank. Stefan probably here hoping Artan has a king.
Do you like
He
to
does
check?
check back. He does manage to check
I
back.
don't like to check because you call already with a made hand.
I would have
And-
bet there, I think, against Artan, hoping he'd call with the worst hand.
Well,
Oh, king
Aye,
3, 5, 2 diamonds. Well, Bart hasn't hit anything yet, but you can see he's gone 62% favourite in this hand with that gut shot. Straight flush draw. And you feel like all he has to do is sneeze at this pot, and Morton will have to give up his 10
that's
high.
right.
Well, Morton's going to take a stab at it. No pair, no draw. So he has raised under the gun. Should garner a lot of respect.
Well, he's so huge, he just wants to call. He's just dreaming of the 4 of diamonds now, isn't he?
Yeah, well, he does call so many good turn cards for him. Doesn't want to let Morton off the hook if he is bluffing. Oh, and Barney called it.
Come on. Well, now now he really wants Morton to have something though, and Morton's got absolutely nothing. So
Well,
it's going to be a bit of a wasted miracle.
Well, straight flush then for Bart. Is there anything better?
Yeah, he's checked back one time.
Well,
He hasn't checked yet. Sorry.
As you say, unfortunately, he's going to make a bet
Yeah.
here. Obviously, hoping Morton just has something, but as we can see, I mean, he's hoping Morton's just checking the nut flush here, but
Well, of course that would be the dream.
no, Morton couldn't fold any faster.
Yeah.
Bart would-
Another nice hand for Alex, ace king. Johannes elects to just flat with his 9s. Paul on the button, likely to be playing this, 10 jack suited.
Sick.
Paul in a easy decision with king deuce off. And the same decision for Lewis with queen deuce. So, ace king versus 10 jack suited and pocket 9s. And the board is 8, 4, 9, 2 spades. We are going to see a very big pot. Johannes top set and Paul with a straight flush draw. Definitely going to pick the wrong time to c-bet here. Surprised he is actually against 2 opponents. One of them's likely to have hit this flop. Now, if Johannes just flat calls here, he wants to keep Paul in. Paul might decide to get aggressive with his straight flush draw. And there you go, exactly what I thought would happen. Johannes just made the call, and now Paul wants to raise with his straight flush draw. And no matter what Johannes does, I don't think Paul will fold.
You know how much did you start with? Like 8?
Round about 9 million.
9 million. Thank you.
Well, that's a little bit. Well, no, he probably did if he's made it 2 million. So what a pot we have here: 4.8 million.
And
James,
what a hand this is.
No, you didn't see what happened. Alex raised with ace king under the gun. Johannes flatted and Paul flatted. The flop obviously came down as it did, and Alex bet out 625. And I expect Paul to call here. And Johannes, I said, if he just flats, I expect Paul to raise, which he did.
Yep.
And now all the chips are gone. And look at the size of this pot: 18.7 million.
Wow, biggest pot of the tournament so far.
With 2 outs, sorry, 2 cards to come. Look at the outs that Paul has got.
Yeah, Johannes will be sixing that hand.
He has got the worst hand you would want to be up against.
Yeah, any other hand he'd be in better shape again. That is the one hand he didn't want to see. You see, even with top set, only 58%. Nearly a flip here. Jack high against top set. Oh, Paul.
No help on the turn. So is this Paul's last hand of his UK millions? Or is he going to get a phenomenal river card? Let's see.
Black ace, not the one he wanted. I think it looks like he has some more. So there must have been some trading of chips before that, because Johannes had quite a lot. I thought Paul was quite short, so I guess did Paul get some? Paul must have won a couple of pots before that. Matthias limps the hijack. Quite an early position place to limp from. Jason more than happy to check and see a free flop with Jack 10. Wow, what a flop for Matthias. Top pair open-ender, but it is Jason with 2 overs, a gut shot, and a straight flush draw, who is the favourite. Jason check calls that min bet from Matthias and makes a flush on the turn. Matthias with a straight. I don't think Jason's going to expect Matthias to have many offsuit combos limping off 17 blinds. So he's thinking he's either flopped a flush or Jason's now ahead. Check through to a red river. It's the 3 of hearts. Jason going pretty big, just over pot with his 10 high flush. As I say, I don't think Matthias really has any hands that would raise this river, so he can go big. And he does make the call and gets the bad news. Flush beats a straight. Down to just 9 blinds. See here raising into Chris and Dominic Panker behind. But you're still going to play your cards when you get dealt them, and 10-9 is certainly good enough. And Dominic with a suited
Okay,
ace.
well, me, I peel in this spot.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what he's done.
Certainly in favour.
Well, you know, I mean, you're kind of under. You don't want to 3-bet and be 4-bet with that hand.
Oh, look
But
at
it's
that
too, it's strong enough. You want to get to a flop. But really, I think Tom has found a little bit more of this flop than Dominic.
And this is the beauty when you flop straights, especially, is you don't block your opponent having any pairs. So it's definitely not a spot you ever want to slow play it. Obviously, in this situation with 3 spades on board, even more reason to can't.
Okay, well, Dominic's actually got a decision here because you know, C-back comes a lot of the time. He could be fold if you think you're winning, and he's going to tell Tom, you're going to have one more stab at this to convince me.
Yeah, I mean, he knows most of the bad cards. Obviously, he doesn't want to see a spade, so a low
yeah.
non-spade is kind of a good card for him. Well, there
Okay, well, that's rescued Dominic, and that'll slow it down. Obviously, that's the only thing Tom didn't really want to see. He doesn't want to get a lot more chips into this pot. I mean, to be fair, there was never going to be a lot more chips going into this pot, I don't think, unless it came like a 7 or something.
The river that,
No, that's right.
Ahead of a 7.
I mean, now the only real question is, does Tom try and squeeze a little bit of value out of this?
And Dominic with just that 7.
He has got a bluff catcher, and
wow! Here we go. This was going to ask you.
Wow.
I assumed the tank was going longer.
This is the problem about Tom going for value here. This is what
I was going to ask you. When you bet for value thin here, you've got to be sure your opponent's not likely to check raise bluff you. This is it. Tom could have checked back and won this pot. Instead, he bets another 650 and loses the pot. Necreosft under the gun, 7-5 of diamonds. Going to see some action from him. Lykov, ace, 3 of hearts, under the gun +3. And suspected he might. We see a 3-bet. Different situation to the last hand. It's a much bigger stack than Necreosft. And it's no disaster if he doesn't see a flop with ace, 3 of hearts. 3-bet size pretty small, only 175,000 more. And here we go. Does elicit the call. 725,000 chip pot. Well, what a flop for Necreosft and for Lykov. Lykov flopping trip threes. Necreosft a gut shot straight flush draw. And if Lykov bets this, we're going to see some carnage. 3.5 million back effective. Lykov does indeed bet 300,000. Necreosft knows Lykov can be 3-betting with a wide range of hands, and he can make a lot of them fold with a check raise here. He is going to play it slow with a call. And well, 6 is the killer of action. Lykov never has a 6 here when he bets the flop. Necreosft can have some 6s. He might raise pre and call a 3-bet and then check all the flop. He has 7-5. He could have had 7-6 near the money.
Sure.
Eventually deciding to check. Lykov going to put a bet in here. Hoping that Necreosft has a hand. A pocket pair. 5.45 the bet. Now. Well, Necreosft gets away from it.
If you enjoy our videos and would like to see more, make sure to check out the links in the description. Also, make sure to comment below what you would like to see next, and we will work on your ideas as soon as possible.
Wow, what a flop it is for Ant Zeno. He flops a gut shot straight flush draw.
100,000.
He bets 100,000. Christopher makes the call with just ace high. See, he is ahead, but only 43% equity. And what a turn card that is for Zeno. He turns a straight. Christopher does have a gut shot to a higher straight now. Bet 220.
Or in Toronto, in Canada.
Christopher's not done with it yet. Makes the call. Big pot brewing. 860,000 in the middle. Ace high against a straight. Interesting spot here. Christopher may look to bluff this card. See his timing way off here.
650,000.
Bet, quick call. No, it's bad news. Fortunate run out there. Nicola 275. Under the gun plus 2. Timex King Jack in the cutoff. It's awkward against Nicola, and I like that fold.
275.
Olivia King Jack suited in the big. A completely different matter. This will be a call. 175 more. As we're now only 20 players away from the money. Of course, don't expect that bubble to burst tonight. It should happen early tomorrow. And wow, what a flop. King, Queen, 10, 2 diamonds. Olivia with the open, straight flush draw and top pair. Nicola, bottom pair, a gut shot, and the ace of diamonds. I'd like to see him find a check back here. This is what he does. 6 on the turn. I think Olivia can just go ahead and bet here. Nicola's never trapping the flop. It's not his style. And it's unlikely to start bluffing after checking that flop, so I think he should just start betting and try and get value from a queen or a 10.
Bet 225.
Remember, he did just get caught bluffing, Nicola, albeit he found a set on the river. And Nicola going to be more inclined to call, I feel. Well, Jack on the end, Broadway for Nicola, 2 pair for Olivia. And that is a pretty sick one for Olivia. He may go small here. Block bet stroke value bet, try and get some value from a weaker 2 pair, but he has decided to check far more standard line. And Nicola with the nuts on the river. And Olivia wasting no time in folding.